Welcome, my friends. We are up on Fix Up That Clan, another episode featuring bases. Now, the point of this series is to help you and your clanmates get better at the game with base building, attacking, maybe getting new members. Who knows what your goal is? Maybe that's why you're here trying to figure it out. Today we're talking about base building. So a lot of times, I'm going to be showing you some different bases of some good bases and bad bases, trophy bases, internet bases. What are they? What should you use? And if you're new to the game, or maybe you're old to the game, maybe you've been here a long time and you still don't know. So a lot of people ask, why do they put the Town Hall on the outside, Halo? Isn't this just giving up? Maybe you're a Town Hall 11, Town Hall 12. Isn't this just giving up a free star? Right now, Town Hall 10 is a bit different. So maybe you're Town Hall 12 and you don't want to run an anti 3-star base. So an anti 3-star base is one where you can't get 3-star. Your goal is not to give them 3 stars. So they'll put the Town Hall on the outside, use it as a way to hinder that. Now Town Hall 12s are a bit different because of the Giga Tesla. Typically, you don't put it just all by itself on the outside. You have it kind of inside your base and protected. So it's a little bit different for each Town Hall level. Maybe you're Town Hall 11, you can run an anti 3-star where you put the Town Hall on the outside, or maybe you're a clan that you realize the enemy clan's maybe not the best. They're going to have a hard time 3-starring, so you want to put your Town Hall towards, maybe not directly in the middle, but kind of near the kind of edge, right? And the right reason probably you don't want to put any Town Hall in the middle too often is because of the RAM can easily target the Town Hall or the blimp, so it creates good pathing. Things to consider. We'll talk about Town Hall 10 right now. Maybe I'll do a Town Hall 11 good. I'll do a Town Hall 10 good base and a Town Hall. Maybe we'll do a Town Hall 12 good base. And then, I might be able to show bad bases. I don't know. This video could take too long. So one goal of this is, why is this a better base than, say, your internet base, right? Well, typically, internet bases create easy pathing. So the goal, this is not the best base in the world. No, this is kind of old meta, but still stronger than maybe your internet base. And people have to decide, right, what to do, what to get down. A lot of value here at 3, but the problem coming in at 3, what if you don't get down the enemy queen? You could bring in a huge kill squad, right? But then, it could be pretty dangerous to try to get that enemy queen down. If you're doing hogs, you got it, or la low, so it could be difficult. Getting the king down if you're doing hogs would be difficult. It's just tough, right? There's a lot of hit points over here, so that's what makes it hard as well. Another one, air defenses are on one side of the map, kind of, and kind of spread out here. So it's hard to get air defenses and wizard tower. So if you do in the expo, so if you do a la low portion, okay, so maybe you can get some air defenses with a small kill squad, but you won't get many of the expos or the wizard towers, which really hurt hogs or loons. It really hurts. Makes it a little bit more difficult, as well as pathing. That's why some of the mortars are outside and cannons on the outside. We also have giant bombs on the outside. That hurts for bowler witch attacks. And we'll get into all this in the Fix Up That Clan series, talking about how to defend against certain attacks. But this one's just kind of basic. Why is this one difficult? I mean, look at this. 3 expos. Very difficult to charge. He's trying to. We'll speed this one up. He's going to try to charge this side with a queen walk. But he does a decent job. But look at the firepower. Had to use so many, had to use a rage and a queen ability. He didn't have another rage for the queen, so she will die out. And, it's just tough. There she goes. Queen died out already. And now it's just up to the miners to get the job done, but it's pretty difficult. He wasn't able to get the king or queen down. Miners are going to have to do that. Tessa's on the back end too, so difficult stuff. Unlike maybe an internet base, typically a lot of internet bases, all the defenses or anti 2-star bases are clumped together, right? A lot of players, I'll put the Town Hall in the middle and like important defenses around it. So that's why Bowler Witch is really strong against them, or just bowler bounces in general. And or larger kill squads on errant bases do so well is because everything's clumped together. Man, something in my throat. And so the bowler bounces, when they throw their rocks, they just get a lot of value. So you typically want to spread out your defenses systematically. Don't have expos on the outside, right on the edge, or don't put your queen on the edge. And there's little tips and tricks of the trade that we'll kind of get into. So now let's show a town hall. Let's see. 99%. Let's show a town hall. This one. Let's just show this one. Right? Town hall 12 base. Now, unlike a town hall 10, the town hall's more in the middle. Of course, since the town hall 12, you would not run you would not put the town hall on the outside, right? There's really no point. You want to protect it. However, putting it dead center can be a huge mistake because it can create easy pathing for using a ram or a blimp, can kind of cut a hole right through your base. So that's no good. So a lot of times people put them kind of on the outside edge, kind of like this, or wherever it might be, kind of on the edge perimeter, but still protected. Kings here, you got Infernos. It's not easy to get to the town hall. Now on this base, again, these are older metas in the sense, not brand new meta, but still more difficult than say like maybe you're playing with a ring type base, right? And the reason why it's a little bit more difficult because things are spread out. Its pathing is a little bit harder. King and queen are separated. The air defenses are separated. So kind of whatever you're trying to do, maybe you're trying to do a queen walk or a kill squad, it could be hard to get a certain type of unit down. So say you did a kill squad towards the town hall, it's going to be very difficult to get the queen down. You'd have to have a huge kill squad to get all this down and get the queen, because you got to get the queen down if you're going to do like a hog back in or a Lalo back in. Now if you do a bowler witch attack like Dubuk tries here, this is a kind of a hodgepodge army. He's got an electric dragon, I assume for funneling. A lot of people like to use the electric dragon for funneling and getting defenses down. You can really get some cool hits with it. And he's going to queen walk bowler witch, which is an extremely powerful attack at town hall 12. One of the most powerful. It's not my favorite. I'm not a big fan of the bowler witch or the spam, but whatever the base is, you should use it for sure. Anyways, wife texting me. So, little trick of the trade here for you new people out there, or maybe you're not, maybe you're old or anybody. People have been using P.E.K.K.A.s here. Now, the reason P.E.K.K.A.s are good over maybe a golem there, P.E.K.K.A.s move, and obviously they move, but they also tank and they also take down defenses. So the golem would just lock onto this archer tower. Now, this P.E.K.K.A. is going to go eventually to the archer tower and to the cannon. So it can get out in front of those bowlers, right? And creates a funnel, which is very important. He might have had a bit... Did he have too many bowlers up here? He might have had a bit too many bowlers. He had 5 bowlers, quite a few witches as well. Maybe didn't need that many bowlers because they will die to the multi. So maybe he could have misclicked it. Sometimes that happens. But see this multi-inferno? If this doesn't go down by the time these witches get over here, all those units will die immediately. And so that's probably what's going to happen. With a hound in there, it's going to slow down the queen. So it's going to be very difficult to get to the inferno over there. And let's see if he can get it. Let's see what happens. They're trying. The king's trying. He's trying for it. Oh, he loses. He lost all the bowlers. And he's about to... he lost 1 witch? He lost 1 witch to the multi. So... yeah, maybe, that's huge. You keep up 5 bowlers and save a witch. That's the difference between a 3-star possibly and not. Yeah, that timing, Clash is difficult because timing's everything. Timing is everything in this game. We'll speed this one up. And yeah, difficult. A nice little trick if you're base building. People like to put the Tesla farms by your king. So let me show you here. People like to put Tesla farms by the king in town hall. Makes it a little more difficult. Makes it difficult. Here are the traps of this base if you want to look. But see, here are the Teslas here by the king. So people think, oh, I can grab the king pretty easily. You have to run into the Tesla farm. That's dangerous. So it's not so easy. That's a little trick that people do as well. Other little things here. Giant bombs on the outside because of trying to stop the bowler witch attack, right? Kills some of those witches. And yeah, we'll get into more kind of base building before, like defenses where you put spring traps and all that stuff. Where you're supposed to put black bombs. Now this base is really all the air bombs are on the outside, so queen walks, you can lose a lot to healers. Deadly, bro, deadly. Anyways, that's today's video. Hopefully you learned something. Every town hall is a little bit different, but try to stay away from the anti-2s. I'll kind of make a whole video on trophy bases, why they're a little bit not the greatest. Again, it's mainly because they're all clumped together. Things aren't spread out, so it's easier to take down bases when everything's clumped together, like a trophy base or a ring base. It makes it pretty easy for pathing. If you have a ring base or something, these are a little bit more difficult. So you can copy this base if you want for your clanmates or the other ones. We'll come back later. Subscribe and share if you like the series. Give me your comments. What do you want to see next? Halo out.
Threaten my people with slavery and death. This is madness. Madness. This is Sparta!